Do you know how people say that we should respect the elderly? Yeah, that's true, we should respect them, but is it real respect? Or just something we say to feel better about pushing them aside? Well, that question hits me hard when I read The Giver, especially when they treat their old people. So, let's talk about it. So, in chapter 4, Jonas is volunteering at the house of the old. He's helping this old lady, Larissa. She talks about another elder's release like it was a joyful goodbye. But in chapter 19, Jonas finds out what release really means. It's actually a killing, quietly. What's scary here is how language is used to hide violence, like it's not a killing but it's a release. Actually, it's a reflection of how society today pretends to respect the elderly, but actually they just pushes them aside, maybe in nursing homes, out of conversations, and also off the job market. Like, as if being old means being useless. In chapter 6, the elders decide each kid's future. Big life choices made by people who don't actually feel anything. They don't feel love or pain, they don't even have memories, but they rule everything. In real life, we see this too. All people in power, whether in families, schools, or government, they often tell younger generations, just listen, I know better, I've lived longer. But actually, sometimes they don't know better. Think of a grandparent telling you that mental health is just a drama, or an old leader tells a rule of internet but actually don't know how to use it. So sometimes it's not always about experience, but it's also about the power of control that disguised as respect. The Giver might be a fiction, but the questions are real. Do we really honor our elders, or we just quietly remove them? Then, when we give power to people, do we give it to people who understand, or only to people who live longer?
Hello everyone. So today I'm gonna talking about the value of memories in The Giver. In this story, memories basically mean history, and in Jonas' word, only the giver who holds the past memories such as war, hunger, pain. Why? Because the community want to avoid future problems. That's why they limit the population and control their feelings, their emotion. They control it because they want to prevent the future problems such as famine or power struggles. But here's the thing, when they don't have any history or any memories, they can learn from the past mistake they made. That's why in this story, Jonas and the other the giver is the important aspect, because only them can handle those situations based on what happened before. And also through memories, Jonas can learn, Jonas can feeling his life more tastier. That's why memories in this story is important aspect. So yeah, memories is the key of his life. Memories is makes us human and makes us not make the same mistakes again.
Now, let's talk about the dreams in the Giver story by Lois Lowry. What I meant by the dreams here are the specific memories that Jonas shares to little Gabriel to help him sleep peacefully. It's not often discussed, so now I want to show you my own interpretations of those dreams. There are apparently 5 of them that were mentioned directly in the graphic novel. The boat rides, picnics under the sun, soft rainfall, dancing barefoot on the lawn, and lastly, butterflies. First, the boat rides. Boats have always been used by people in years trying to escape to find a better life, like the case of Alcatraz prison in 1962. So it's a symbol of freedom. Boats can also mean safety. They carry us through the ups and downs of life. So Jonas is giving Gabriel the idea of hope that they can be safe, they can escape, or something like that. Second, picnics under the sun. It might sound very simple, but in Jonas' world, they don't even have real sunshine. So the idea of having a picnic under the sun is like a dream of natural happiness, warm feelings, and being connected to the nature. It's an image of pure joy and peace. Next, soft rainfall. It's not a heavy rain or a storm, it's the gentle or calm ones. Rain often means renewal or a fresh start. It helps things grow. So this dream brings a feeling of comfort, peace, and healing. Fourth, dancing barefoot on the lawn. Dancing is always a symbol of being your true self. No rules, no fear. It shows pure freedom and self-expression. Also, if you take a look at the graphic novel, there are pairs of men and women dancing happily on the lawn. So it also tells us about the joy of love between the two genders in which the community doesn't have. Lastly, butterflies. Butterflies are more than just pretty insects. Their life story is just amazing. They start as caterpillars, go through a big change, and finally become something beautiful and new. So, butterflies show us hope, new beginnings, and transformation. So, in conclusion, when Jonas shares those memories to Gabriel, he is not just trying to help him sleep peacefully, but he is also giving him hope. It's important to notice as well that Jonas never shares any bad memories or painful dreams to Gabriel. Even though Jonas has received many painful, heartbreaking, terrifying memories from the giver, he chooses to give Gabriel only the good or gentle ones. This shows that Jonas is trying to protect Gabriel's innocence and he wants to only show him the good parts of life, things full of warmth, joy, and all, as a hope to live a better life, especially through their escaping journey to the elsewhere. I think that's all the explanations of the dreams in the Giver story by me. Thank you for watching.